Hey everyone, I am today showing you a create a sim that I did for a current sim family that I have, which is actually the Billingsleys. I randomized the name until I found something that I kind of liked, and that's for the first and last name, and that's how I came up with those. And as you can see, it's Jeannette Billingsley. And she's going to have a husband, but I will show that in a different part. So for now, as you can see, I just kind of am looking for that right look for kind of a performing sim, because they are going to represent my Showtime, I don't know, what am I looking for? Showtime professions. I did have a different sim, but I kind of wanted something different, so that's why I'm creating them. I'm giving her a slight, I suppose, Puerto Rican look a little bit, with this really asymmetrical hairstyle and whatnot. After I find some nice eyebrows I like, which for whatever reason takes me a really long time, I move on to her looks, and I don't really change anything. I, used my quote-unquote sim god randomizer, and all I did was change up her nose. I just made it a little more, I don't know, unique from a profile perspective, and yet it looks really just average. I don't know, she's pretty much average looking, and I leave everything the same. I do, however, give her some different makeup, and I go for some really dark eyes and a slightly lighter lip, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else that no, I don't change anything else. I don't give her any tattoos or anything like that. However, I go into it about 100 times. So aside from that, I really keep it simple, and come on, just a lighter lip. I bring down, there we go. And then I should be going into clothing relatively soon here. While I am fiddling with this, I just want to remind everyone to go ahead and add me on the Sims 3 website. It's AngelKSC03, and you can send your Showtime Sims, if you have any in those professions, to me, and I'd be more than happy to accept the Simport requests and have them either perform at my locations or send these Sims, which she's going to be a singer and her husband's going to be a magician, send them to your sim destinations. So please feel free to go ahead and do that. AngelKSC03. And as you can see now, I'm moving on to the clothing, and I struggled with finding something I really liked for her to wear, because I was like, well, should I make it something dressy? Should I make it something casual? And I decided in the end to do something kind of right in between, and it just takes a while to get there. So, because I have so much content and it takes 110 years to load, and oh my goodness. So yeah, see, that's me willing it to load. There it goes. So I click on 100 different things first that I'm like, no, like this next one here. I'm like, no, this is a little young, it's a little too casual. And then this dress here, which I love, I believe I use it for a formal wear. I'm like, no, that's too much for everyday wear. And then I was going to use this, and I was like, no, one of my other current Sims has that on, so we'll skip that. And then I was like, what's this? No, that looks different. And this was too country, and this was too casual, and this was too dressy, and this was too dressy, this was too casual. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And you know what, I actually think this is cute, but I was like, no, not quite right. And then I came across this dress, and I never ever used this dress. I was like, you know what, this is actually really cute. This fits her personality for some reason that I was going for. So I end up going with this. I know I click on at least one more thing. Yep. And I was like, no, I really like this, so we're going to use this. And then I should be going into shoes, and I select, I think it's the second or third pair of heels that I come across, which, if I remember right, it's a pair of custom content heels. I have no idea where they came from. I had deleted all of my content, and for some reason a bunch of it showed back up again. Oh, that was me answering the phone. That's what the great pause is about. But for whatever reason, some of this custom content magically reappeared. That was me going, what is this? Why is this here? And I was like, well, I kind of like them. They go with the dress kind of nice. So I end up going with them. And I have to look into that, though. I have to figure out why some of this stuff has showed up, because when you watch the video for her husband, I really come across some of the stuff I hate, and I'm like, this is unacceptable. So I have to figure out where the heck it came from. So moving onward onto her formal wear, I go straight to that cute little black layered dress. I think it's just gorgeous, and so I choose that. It just takes me a minute to get there. Waiting, impatiently waiting, and it should be right up here. And there it is. Okay, so I go with that, and then I should just select a basic heel, strappy heel, and I scroll way down, and I'm like, okay, I know there's a strappy heel like halfway down. Where is it? And there it is. And so I go with that for her everyday, or her formal look, because typically I would do a wedding dress, and then secondary outfit would be something like that. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to make sure they're husband and wife, so we don't have to worry about any weddings or anything like that. So for her sleepwear, I chose this cute little top. I love tops like that for sleeping in. I myself, and I have a ton. I have like 2 drawers of pajamas. It's ridiculous. I evidently like to be comfortable, but this was another custom content item that I thought was gone, but I'm kind of glad it showed up. There's something about them I really like. I know they're kind of fugly in their own weird way, but something about them, I think they just look really comfortable. So I actually give her that for her outfit for sleepwear. And for her exercise, athletic wear, I end up going with something that I didn't even know I had, and I actually don't know if it's a store content item or if it's a magically appeared custom content item. If someone knows and they could let me know, that would be great. But I do really like it, even though it does kind of flare out on her hips there. I don't like how it doesn't fit properly, but you know, I really like the top itself anyway, so I go with that. And I struggled a little bit with what the pants were going to look like, and I don't know where those pants came from either. If someone wants to tell me where those lovely golf pants came from, that'd be awesome. So I go with these pants, I remember now. And I really liked the coloring on her little tennis shoes. And I was like, you know what? Let's just carry that over into the top and call it good. Oh, that top that I'm looking at there. Oh, that's another one I hate. It shows up in the infants and the men's wear too. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. But so like I said, I take the color off of the tennis shoes there and I drag it onto the top. And I really actually kind of like that. And I end up leaving the pants just the color that they are, although I mess with it a little bit. But I was like, you know what, it kind of matches the striping in the top and in the laces in the shoes. I like it, so I kept it. And then the first swimwear that popped up, it just was there, sunglasses and everything. I was like, sure, I actually like that. Moved on to outerwear. And for her outerwear, I knew exactly what I wanted to use. It was from that Diesel 55, whatever it's called, collection from the Sims 3 store. Which I really like. It gives you some different options for outerwear. However, I wish there were boots that went with these skinny pants. There's so many pairs of cute pants that would be adorable if the boot would go over the pants. And it would be great if EA could create some boots that did that properly instead of them just coming through the pants. Because this is one of the cases where I could have done something kind of cute if we had an entire shoe collection. Oh, if the EA store came out with an entire shoe collection, I would be in heaven, as well as probably a million other Simmers. So just saying, EA shoe collection would be fabulous. So after messing with these colors on the shoes about 100 times, what is with my number being 100 today? If it's not 100, it's 110, right? I was like, you know, I don't think I'm digging the red, so I made it white, and where it's green, yep, right there. I made it white, but kept the maroon accents with the black hood and the black undersleeve, and I was like, you know what, let's make the shoes white then. And it's really about the only boot that went well with it, enough where I wasn't getting annoyed by it. So that's why I kept it like that. And I think I'm looking for a pair of gloves. And if I remember correctly, I go with just a basic glove, but the fingerless one. I always wear those types of gloves casually. With a little flap that comes down over your fingers, I think they're wonderful. Even though I have about 200 pairs. Look, I'm mixing it up. 200 instead of 100, even though I have like 200 pairs of gloves and scarves and hats and stuff. But anyway, I digress. So Jeannette here, she is going to have some little fingerless gloves as soon as I find them, and I think I make them the maroon color just to pull out that accenting in her coat that I did there. And it should be the third one here. Any day now. Any day. Come on. Oh, and those stupid tattoo things. That's another thing. And those fingernails. I just hate all this stuff that has showed back up again. So I go with these, and yeah, that's me getting annoyed by the fact that there's nails and stuff in here. And any day now. There we go. So I was looking for more of that knit glove, which I found, obviously, and I pull that maroon over to both gloves, and then that's good. I wish I would have made the boots a little bit off-white like the coat is. I will have to go back and do that when I have a chance. So for her traits, if I remember correctly, I battled between Natural Born Performer and what's the other one? Something Star. Star Quality. I ended up going with Natural Born Performer, and I also decided to go with, what else did I do? I made her neat, and because of the swimsuit, I decided that I would make her love the heat as soon as I get there. And what else did I do? Neat, loves the heat. Gosh, I can't remember. I mean, we'll see here in a minute. I try to select something from every category. It's really hard for me to use things I don't usually use. I really struggle with that. If anyone else out there uses different traits than you've seen me use that you really enjoy, feel free to tell me. Oh, Kleptomaniac. See, I had been watching some old Andrew Arcade LPs, and one of his Sims had the Kleptomaniac trait. I just thought it'd be an easy, fun way to earn some money. So I make her favorite food, the veggie rolls, and I think do pop, and then I keep her color red, if I remember correctly, the maroon and the swimsuit, and there's just a lot of reds, so I kept it like that. You can't hear her voice, but I did choose just a really generic average voice. And so next I would be creating my husband for her, and right here I'm just going back into the full makeup, and that reason being I downloaded some contact lenses, quote unquote, from the Sims resource, and I really like it because you can keep your Sims eye color the same for genetics, but on the outer lay you can just really make the eyes pop a little differently with some of the, again, quote unquote, contact lenses. And I just really enjoy it. I really like the uniqueness that it adds to the Sims overall look. So I'm about to create the husband. So until we play next time, live, breathe, love, and play The Sims. Bye, guys.